Hi, MC Bling Daddy here. This is the second of two videos to help you set up your single player and multiplayer server environments to point to the same world. We'll focus on setting up your server to point to a world you've created in the single player mode. And I'm assuming you already know how to start a Minecraft server or connect to one. Setting up a server to connect to a specific world will depend on where your server is executed from. It's possible to execute in several different ways. I start mine up from a folder named Server inside a Minecraft folder in the Program Files x86 folder. The folder containing the launcher executable is also inside a different folder inside the Minecraft folder. Inside the server folder, I start a server using a Microsoft batch file with a .bat extension by double-clicking on it. Again, my assumption is that you know how to start a Minecraft server, but I'll show you how I do it to help understand the setup required. Some info on how to start a server can be found through minecraft.net/download2. Here's a batch file I could use. I would double click on it from the Windows Explorer window we were just looking at to start the server. Although the file I'm showing you is a simplified version of what I actually use, it will do the same thing as my batch file. It refers to a server jar file residing on a different hard drive, D:, than the folder we're in here. Again, the startup folder used with the batch file is inside the Minecraft folder on the C: drive. The Java executable isn't in the same folder used for startup either. What's important is only the location of the startup folder. When the server starts, it looks in the startup folder for the server.properties file. Server.properties holds the location of the world that the server will use. The property that indicates where the world is located is called level-name, usually near the bottom of the file. The world folder I'll be using is referenced relative to the startup folder location. The reference used here is to the actual folder containing the world, based on a roundabout path from the startup folder. In my case, level-name equals ... //saves / world_1.15.2. The double dot means to go up to a folder level from startup. That puts us in the Minecraft directory. The double backslash is an escape sequence used for Java to include a single backslash in the actual path sent to Java. That means go down a level, in this case to the saves folder, then again to the world. Let's see that in slow motion. We start in the server folder. Going up a level takes us to the Minecraft folder. Note that the Minecraft folder is the same one holding the launcher folder that we set up in the previous video for single player mode. Next, we drop into the saves folder, the same saves folder that is referred to by the launcher as we set it up. And the world_1.15.2 is also the same as we created in single player mode. As a side note, you can use relative references like this in the launcher to set a folder that the saves is inside of. On the other hand, in the server spec, I haven't had luck using an absolute reference containing the name of the hard drive, in this case C:. The colon gets in the way. Now let's check out how the server sets up the world and how the client connects. I'll start up the server with a double click on the batch file. Once the server is started, we will have to connect with the multiplayer client. When you start up the server using this world, you can use the Minecraft multiplayer client to log into it. To use a server on the same PC you're going to play on, it's simplest to set up a server link using a local host reference. Name the server what you will, but the link is simply called localhost, Localhost. This is the same world as we created for single player. Although we're in multiplayer mode here, still, be sure to quit from the single player client if you're using the same world you want to use for the server before you start the server. This is what the server shows for logins and logouts. Be sure to stop the server before you use the same world in the single player mode, or you may end up losing or corrupting data. Note that the server.properties may differ from those used for a single user, so switching back and forth may put you in conflicting conditions. Also note that when you choose the world now in the single player interface, the Select World window may refer to the world with additional path information, not just the world name. Otherwise, you may be able to use the distinctive elements of each to accomplish things you can't in the other, such as copy-paste of text into a server window for execution of multiple commands, rather than the single command execution limits of single player, or using the single player interface when online identity verification is not available from Mojang, as is required to use the server. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.